science class with Professor Josiah.
Yay!
My name's Professor Josiah, and I have here Brother David.
Hey, what's up, guys? Glad to be back here again.
Alright, today's experiment is called can crushing.
Ooh, can crushing.
And we are going to use this experiment to think of how the pressure in the ocean is like. So for this experiment, you're going to need 2 soda cans. Make sure they are squeezable. And you're gonna fill them with hot water later. You don't need to fill them out now, but you're going to need some hot water. Next, you're going to need a container full of water and ice. Make sure it's really cold water.
Cold.
And you're going to use what is called tongs. This is called tongs, T-O-N-G-S. These are used to grab onto items so that you don't have to touch those items with your bare hands. Now, for the hot water, you can get a microwavable cup of water made of either glass or paper and microwave the water for about 2 or 3 minutes at least. Or
don't microwave the cans though, guys. Just fill it up with hot water.
Now, first things first, make sure that these cans are empty so that you can fill them with the hot water. Alright, let's get started. How many of you like to swim?
Sometimes.
Do you like to dive?
No, I'm scared to dive.
For those of you that have swimmed or dived, have you ever noticed a feeling in your eardrums when you dive into a pool? So when you feel that feeling in your ears, you are feeling what is called water pressure. Pressure, P-R-E-S-S-U-R-E. God designed water pressure, and the way it works is the deeper you go into the water, the greater the pressure. Now let's try something. So how does this apply with our experiments? Well, we're going to take our can of hot water and see how these cans of water will handle the pressure in this bucket of water with
Let's
ice.
do it, man. This is gonna be awesome.
Now before I begin, I want to show you something. I have here the formula for pressure. Pressure equals density times gravity times height. And density of water is 1.00 grams per centimeter cubed. That is simply a mass per a volume. And 14.7 pounds per square inch is the atmospheric pressure at sea level.
I'm confused, Josiah. Can you just say it in simple terms?
Alrighty. It simply means that the lower you go in a volume of water, the more pressure. And why do they call it height? Why can't they just say depth? I don't know. But it's really, the lower you go, the more height you're gaining when it's really depth.
That's crazy, man.
Exactly. So now let's get started.
All right, here we go. Grabbing the Sierra Mist can.
Now watch as I'm going to put this can into this bucket of water, and it's supposed to crush on its own.
You guys ready? Here we go.
This is gonna be crazy, so make sure you have an adult watching you. Here goes. 3, 2,
1.
Oh man.
I can feel it. I can feel it. It's like I can hear the sounds of it crushing.
Sometimes it's supposed to crush on its own like right away. I don't know why it's not crushing. Maybe the water's just not too hot.
Maybe we'll put it, let's see. Maybe let it go.
Huh, that's strange.
Hey, just put it down there.
Oh, I think I know why. It's supposed to be like filled halfway because I think too much water won't work.
So halfway?
Yeah, so probably might want to like pour some of that out.
Okay. Well, hey, this is why we're doing the experiment, to test it out.
And I promise you, I have done this experiment before and it actually works.
We're gonna try a take 2 with our second can. But for now, hey, don't fill it up all the way.
And don't feel bad if you don't get it the first time.
Yeah, if you made a mistake, that's okay. That's why we're experimenting, kids.
Okay, so after careful review, we have learned that this can should be filled with halfway with water.
With hot water.
With hot water, and we're supposed to kind of swirl it around a little.
Swirl around a little bit.
And be careful when swirling around because water could just explode from the can.
No, it won't. Just be careful.
Yeah,
All right, here you go. You ready?
All right, this should work this time.
This is a take 2. Ready, set, go.
Oh man, it's not working. But it is kind of crushing.
Well, I'll tell you what. Look at that. There you go, Brother Josiah.
It actually crushed on its own. And he didn't even squeeze it. It actually crushed on its own.
There we go. Hey, if your science experiment doesn't work, then sometimes you just gotta get involved, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But again, don't feel bad if you don't get it the first time. There are things I wish I would have gone the first time, but I just kept trying again, and I became successful.
That's the key thing, guys. You gotta keep going no matter what happens. Awesome, man. That was a great experiment.
All right. Now, what caused this can to be crushed? What do you think caused the cans to be crushed? If not by human hands or any squeezing. Well, when it gets very hot and boils, water is turned into something called water vapor. V-A-P-O-R. If you've never known that term before, now you have. Have you ever taken a very hot shower or bath and the bathroom turned steamy? I know I have. And yes. Well, when we heat the water in this can, the water turns into a vapor like that steamy bathroom. And it fills up the can and pushes the air out of the can. When I cool the can, it causes the water vapor to also cool. And when the water vapor cools, it condenses quickly. Condenses. C-O-N-D-E-N-S-E-S. What does that mean? It just gets smaller. When the water vapor gets smaller, there is nothing filling the inside of the can anymore. So when the air pushes on the can from the outside, there's no water vapor on the inside pushing back. As a result of the pressure from the air that's outside, the can crushes. That's also why you see it rain outside sometimes, because of the clouds that form. Now, if you have time, you may want to highlight some other animals that can thrive deep in the ocean. They are fascinating. Print off some pictures of them and discuss. A whale, for instance, has no trouble withstanding dramatic pressure changes because God made its body more flexible with a rib cage that can collapse under pressure.
Whoa, that's amazing.
This keeps their lungs from exploding. Now think of some other animals and plants that you believe can survive underwater without a pressure. You can go ahead and say them out loud if you want. I may not hear or see your responses, but just for the sake of learning, I highly advise you to think of some of those things. And the science term introduced today is water vapor. Can you remind me what water vapor is? Well, if you don't remember, keep in mind that the water turns into water vapor because it gets hot. And remember that it also condenses when it cools. Alright, that concludes today's experiment, and I hope to see you again next time for more science class with Professor Josiah.